how to release tension in your neck and in your shoulders in the most comfortable way. I think I found a solution. The whole class will happen on the floor today and you will only lay on your back. We keep using 2 blocks and a blanket. It would be good if the blanket is fairly firm so it can manipulate the shape of your spine in a positive way. I don't even need a yoga mat. I put another blanket under here to make it more comfortable, and a cat, which is optional. All right, so let's start right away. As promised, we get to lay down. So the first one, you grab the blanket, and if you have a fringe, fold it towards the fringe so that you have like a square, and then roll it to the fringe. Easy enough. Good. Put this blanket behind you. So if you've never done these before, many of my students have, you can go right for it. But if you've never done this before, like kind of watch, rewind, and then join. So you want to have the blanket about, I don't know, like a hand width away from your low back, so the blanket doesn't push into your low back. And then line up the blanket with the center of your spine, okay? And make sure that your head is also supported by the blanket. So, and then make sure, okay, there's no low back pain. If for some reason you're like, oh, this is too intense, make the roll of the blanket a little smaller so it's less intense. Once you're here, straighten out your legs, but let the legs here on this one be relaxed. No tone necessary. Turn your palms open towards the ceiling, but have them about a foot away from your hips. That's all. Good. And then lift your chin up a little bit. And for a brief moment, just close your eyes. And just breathe through your nose. And so if you notice, the blanket is helping you to lift your chest and let your shoulders move towards the back plane of your body. It also reverses the rounded or kyphotic shape of your upper spine that happens when we bow forward to do things. Then bend your legs, let your feet be hip width apart, like a comfortable bending, feet like slightly away from your buttocks or bottoms. Hold on to your elbows here, and with your elbows clasped, just move your arms towards the space behind you. Some of you may stop here, and for some of you this seems to be also impossible. It's too tight. You can bring your arms into a cactus position, and then let the arms come down towards the ground. Good, and release. Roll to your left side to come off the blanket. Sit up for a brief moment. Remove the blanket and lay flat on your back. Pull your left knee towards you. Hold on to the front of your shin. Take a deep breath in and move your knee towards your left shoulder. Lower the leg down, get your left leg up, the right leg up, and move your knee towards your shoulder. Lower your foot back down, bring both arms to the side, palms face open. Good. And then bring your feet together, your knees together, and then move both knees towards the left. Some of you, maybe the knees just move a little bit, maybe you can move deeper. And then over to the other side. You can try to keep your foot stacked on top of the other one, but if it slides down a little bit, not a big deal here. You're laying on the floor, most of your joints are supported. And then slowly come on back towards the center, roll to your left, come back up to sitting, grab one block. So this block, you will use the edge of the block and align it with the lower part of your skull. This is where these occipital muscles are located. So when you like look down, they're mostly stretched, but then if you look up at a computer in front of you and you are in this position, then they can get really tight over time and create neck pain or headaches, anything. So I'm holding the block in an angle, lay back down, knees are bent, and then put the block here on the back of my skull. And then you get to say no. Move your head back and forth to massage the muscles at the base of your skull. And so you can stay there. I'm just going to show. It's right here. And then I sometimes move the block up a little higher and a little higher or a little lower. So follow the feedback of your body on where the block would be best situated. And then at some point you will notice, ooh, here on the left side feels a little bit more intense. Then spend more time on the left side. Or vice versa on the other side, clearly. And maybe at some point you feel like one particular spot that seems to be most tense, then hang out there for a little bit, take a deep breath in, and it's almost like you want to make your head a little heavier, like kind of meld your muscles over the edge of the block. And these blocks have different firmnesses. The firmness of the blocks are different. So find out how much like leaning into it you can do without hurting. It should feel slightly intense but no pain. All right, and then release. Bring the block somewhere to the side. All right, arms to the side again, palms face open. Keep your feet or on the soles of your feet on the ground. Shift your hips over towards your right. This time, pull your knees a little bit towards your chest first, and then move the knees down. Good. From here, twist your torso towards your right hand. And I'm actively pushing my right shoulder towards the floor. And on an inhale, come on back towards the center. Feet down, hips to the left first. Pull your knees towards your chest, and then over towards your right. Now it's your left shoulder. Bring some effort into letting your left shoulder blade move closer towards the floor. On this one, I would keep looking straight up towards the ceiling. Don't turn your head in this one. There are other postures we can do this. And inhale, come on back towards the center. Lower your feet down. Now you will need two blocks. Flat on the ground. So this one is for the space of the tips of the shoulder blades. I usually say like bra line, since we all know where that is, even though we don't wear one. This is for your head. So place the low. See, now it's too low. It's already touching my kidneys, my lumbar spine. So I'm scooting down a little bit, so that I have the feeling, almost you wanna have the feeling like your heart is lifted from the back, and then put your head onto the second block. So there's some expansion, lifting around your heart area. Good. So here, push your elbows into the floor. We get a little bit more active here. So move your chin away from your chest. So here's good space. And then press your head straight down into the block. If you pay attention when you push your head into the block, the muscles around your spine will tone. You can feel that where your back and the block are connecting. Good, so that strengthens the muscles that will reverse the hump when you slouch over to see stuff in front of you. So keep pressing. Not 1,000,000%, just lightly, so there is some good tone around the muscles that frame your spine. Then reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Use your right hand lightly here on the forearm and guide this arm a little wider than shoulder width apart, so not too close to your head, slightly away from your head, towards the ground. Don't push too much, so if there's any tension or tightness or pain, pinching pain on the shoulder, move the arm up a little higher, maybe further out. That can be a solution. If you can't figure out, just back off lightly. Keep pressing your head into the block. Then reach both arms up. Left arm to the right forearm. Palm faces to the midline of your body. And then slowly let the hand come closer to the ground. And a little wider than your shoulder. It's easier for your shoulder joint to move that way than when you're very close to your ear. Keep pressing your head into the block so that you can observe that the muscles along your spine are still firm. And then reach both arms up and exhale, elbows down. I'm going to stay here for a little longer. If your low back hurts for a moment, you can just lift your hips up a little bit and round it. That's usually only happening if you've never done these before and it's the first time. And then let your hips come back down. Now bring the arms to the side and rotate them in a way that your elbow creases face towards the crown of your head and only the thumb is connected to your floor. Light push with your head into the blocks, or into the block, and then move your arms towards the crown of your head. And only go as far as you can keep your thumbs connected to the floor and not closer than shoulder width apart. And then bring the arms down, gliding with your thumbs over the floor. 2 more times. Thumbs on the ground, elbow creases are facing each other as they come over your head. And a 3rd time. Now keep your arms here and just get really long out through your fingertips, extend. And release, pull your elbows in, roll to your left side. Remove the blocks. Arms to the side. You can see there's like a little pattern. We do a little supine back bend followed by a twist to release the muscles of your back. Cross your left leg over your right. Shift your hips to the left. Good. And then move your knees over towards the right. And this foot here at some point touches the floor, so I have support. Good. Then push the elbow of your right arm into the floor. Lift your chest up by pushing the elbow into the ground. Chest comes up and rotate your torso more over towards your left. Keep that. Now you can place your hand onto your left knee. Take a deep breath in and push lightly onto the knee to increase the twist. And come on back towards the center. Good. Right leg over left, hips over, towards the right first. Move your knees towards the left until the foot supports this twist. Left elbow pushes into the ground. You lift your chest up and rotate your rib cage towards the right. Keep it there. Let your left hand come onto the outside of your right knee. Keeping your right shoulder connected to the floor, start to push lightly, not too much, onto the outer knee. There was no official warm-up or anything, so you just want to release the muscle, so don't push too much today. And come on back. Pull your left knee towards you, hold on to the front of your shin. This time extend the right leg to the floor. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, move your knee closer towards your left shoulder. So meaning the leg is slightly to the outside. And release. Extend or grab your right knee first, it's easier that way. Then extend the leg. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, right knee towards your right shoulder. And release. Place your hands into the hip creases and push the tops of your thighs towards your heels so you get long. And arch your low back a little bit more. Release. Palms open. Extend your legs. So maybe you can set the timer for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, not much longer though. And then just relax your body. So take one more deep breath in here. Exhale. Let your fingers be soft. Take another deep breath in. And with an exhale, relax the muscles of your face, including your tongue. One more breath. Deep breath through your nose. And just soften your entire being. Enjoy your rest.